Hi, this is Jon Modene with Masters Property Management at RE/MAX Masters, and I want to help you learn more about successful investment property strategies in Northwest Ohio. And today's topic for my property management update is simple: 4 vital lease clauses. The top 4 lease clauses every landlord should have. And if you're a landlord, the lease agreement you're using right now could be the difference between a smooth rental experience and a legal nightmare. Most rental problems don't start with bad tenants. They start with bad leases and bad lease clauses, late rent disputes, unauthorized occupants, property damagement arguments, even eviction problems. And in many cases, all of that could have been easily avoided with just a few carefully written clauses. So today I'm going to walk you through 4 lease clauses every landlord should have if you want to protect your property, reduce disputes, and make managing your rental much easier. By the way, why cover this? Well, I just started managing a property with no written leases. None. Tenants were in control. They can do whatever they want. So amazing today, but it happens. Number 1, rent payments, late fees, and return payment charges. The first clause should define how rent is paid in American dollars, not Canadian, not online if you want to do it that way, and not in cash if you want to do it online. When it's considered late, what happens if a payment fails? It should clearly outline the rent amount, the due date, the accepted payment methods, and when payment is officially received, along with rules for partial payments. It also needs to explain how late fees are applied, since these are often regulated by Ohio law. When written clearly, this clause reduces confusion, stops disputes before they begin, and keeps the rent collection process consistent and compliant. Number 2, security deposits, inspections, and deduction procedures. The security deposit clause should explain how much is being collected, what deductions are allowed, and how the return process works. It should clearly state the law in Ohio that deductions may apply for unpaid rent, damage beyond normal wear and tear, and other charges. That alone will prevent a lot of move-out disputes. Our standard residential lease is in full compliance with Ohio laws as to security deposits. You need to know what those are if you have your own lease in force. Number 3, maintenance, responsibilities, and habitability reporting. This clause should explain who handles repairs, how maintenance issues are reported, and what the tenant must do if there's a problem. Tenants can't just go check into a motel. They have to report issues quickly, especially anything involving leaks, electrical problems, safety concerns, or water. Landlords should clearly state how requests should be submitted, whether through email, a portal, or an emergency phone number, or all 3. It should also separate tenant-caused damage from landlord repair responsibilities. At the same time, tenants shall and should be required to cooperate with repairs by allowing access and securing pets and helping prevent further damage. This clause matters because repair disputes often become legal disputes if the lease does not define the process. And finally, number 4, occupancy rules, guests, and subletting controls. This final vital clause should clearly define who's allowed to live in the property and how long guests may stay and whether subletting is allowed. By the way, we don't allow it. Every adult occupant should be screened and listed by name in the lease, or added later by screening and written ID pulls with prior written approval. That protects the landlord from unauthorized residents and keeps the application process consistent and non-biased. If subletting is allowed, the lease should explain the approval process and make it clear that unauthorized subletting or extra occupants are a lease violation. If you are a landlord and you haven't reviewed your lease agreement recently, it may be worth taking a closer look today. Sometimes a few small updates can prevent major problems down the road. And if you'd like help reviewing your lease, improving your tenant screening process, or building better systems for managing your rental property, feel free to reach out to me. And if you found this helpful, subscribe for more insights on protecting your rental property, managing tenants more effectively. Hey, the real estate market is constantly changing. It never stops. And we do things today in property management for investors that were impossible to do 20 or 30 years ago. So my team is always changing too, and we're ready to help you and your family get the right help for your real estate problems. Our team motto is simple: a tradition of trust in Northwest Ohio real estate. This tradition of trust ethos works. It's based on proven biblical concepts like always tell the truth and treat others better as you would want to be treated. We can't wait to help more people buy, sell, manage, and grow their real estate holdings. Thanks for watching. And if you need help, if you have real estate questions, if you want to sell or buy or have your property professionally managed, just call me, Jon Modene. I'm at 419-466-SOLD. Check us out at besthomesinttoledo.com, modene.com, and mlstoledo.com for every home for sale on the market. Thanks.